Hey everybody, welcome to part two of the Pharrell and the Prophet Weekend Extravaganza. Guys, I talked to you in part one about the way that Mr. Pharrell is a gamer. I mean, this guy shows up. Doesn't matter. He could have a broken leg. He could have a baseball bat up his asshole, which he had this morning. He could have any and everything going on. But you know what he does? He shows up. The Novocaine or whatever the fuck they shot into his head and into his intestines, all that stuff, it cleared. And now Scott, although he's a little foggy,
amnesia or anesthesia,
anesthesia,
morphine and heroin.
And you know what? They dialed it all up. And Scott, first of all, I just want to, how does your asshole feel?
You know, it's the funniest thing. I've always said that when I've had 10 of these, and that when you're done, you just feel a little bit like you had a tennis ball come out of your asshole. That's about it.
Right. Nothing worse than that?
Well, like, I think if you were getting, rammed in the ass with a giant dick, you'd remember that. But this is nothing that you remember. You're just like, I think I may have had a can of tennis balls in my ass, but I'm not sure. But I slept really well, and I woke up with a boner.
Yeah. I had it done once, and the only thing is I was falling asleep. I was thinking, there's nothing I could do right now. If Doc wants to just climb up on this table and have his way with my tuchus, there's not a thing I could do.
You know what I did to him? I pulled a fast one this morning because, they always tell you to count backwards from 10 when they give you the anesthesia. And I was 8-2 the last two nights with my pay picks, and I was asleep by the time I said pick.
It's absolutely brilliant. So how long is it now that, like, for instance, if you were to go and play full court basketball today, would just all shit fall out of your ass? I mean, what happens now?
No, there's nothing in me. So what I did was I woke up and I immediately, 34C, I have her bring me 2 bacon, eggs, salt, pepper, everything bagels, and a cup of Joe, and I eat them in like 10 minutes, and then I am back to being normal, and I just pick seeds out of my teeth. I'm normal, and then the rest of the day, I'm normal, and I immediately start drinking rum.
Yeah, I understand. I am proud of you. Oh, so when will actually now? I mean, are you drinking rum now, or will you start just a little bit later? The doctor might tell you to give a little time between the anesthesia, which I called.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of
of dying
rules. And cheating and drinking and drugging and things of this nature. So all I know is that I promised you I would do the show and then I would start drinking, because a lot of days I do the show with you while drinking, and I don't think you've ever noticed a difference in quality of work.
No, as a matter of fact, I generally think when you've had a couple in you, you are more entertaining.
Better. I've had many people tell me over the years, always Mel Karmazin would be the guy that I would refer to first, the most powerful man in the history of radio. He used to always say, Pharrell, you were way better drunk and on drugs.
Listen, it's kind of hard to argue with Mel, right? I mean, he's the god. So I don't know.
Listen, I can do amazing things, believe it or not, on 5-6 rums.
I've seen it.
I just think that they should have let me. I believe at one point, because I was so huge, I think they should have, because I got driven to work in a town car or whatever, and so I would I miss those days where I would have been able to drink the entire show and just been driven around Manhattan in a town car back to my apartment, because I had that service my whole career. And then I got to the point where radio became so fucking cheap and so fucking broke ass, get broke, worthless fucking business that you couldn't even you can't even get a fucking bus fare to fucking work. Like,
you know what they wanted to send you?
You pay more to drive to work than you earn. How's that sound?
Yeah, they wanted to send, from over in Brooklyn, they were going to send you a Honda Odyssey from Juber. Have you ever had one of those? The torn down Honda Odyssey with Mr. Curls driving you?
You're starting to make as much money doing this business as I was doing fucking TV and radio shows.
You and I should start Juber. That'd be so much fun. Just have an absolute whole, 27 Honda Odysseys with no spare time.
And then we could, the games we could play while driving our customers, Jew, non-Jew, the whole deal.
Oh my God! Every neighborhood,
and also on everyone's death over unders. People love death over unders.
Oh, I absolutely love that. My favorite one too is to take them to the Bronx Zoo and play Jumanji, where you throw a Jew into a cage and you find out if they can get out.
And
So,
then
have you ever?
and then we could be, I think, the ground zero for Pharrellonoscopies. We get everybody, because guys don't like to have their prostate checked, and they also don't like to have colonoscopies. So we could be the harbinger of truth for people that they need to do that after 45. The silent killer will get you every time. People ignore their assholes and their prostates, and then they die.
Yeah.
So we could save
Yeah.
lives too at the same time, Mick.
Yeah, Scott. First off, thank you, because that's touching. It's called cavelling. I'm starting to cavell. I mean, yeah,
I'm starting to Pharrell.
Yeah, it's here Pharrell and I cavell. Hey, you know why I'm starting to? Because when I was a kid, I had Farrah Fawcett's poster
I used to
up on
jerk
the
off to
ceiling.
her.
That's
I still do.
yeah.
I still have that
That's
on
how-
the back of a closet door.
That was my first orgasm. I didn't even realize it could happen, and I was like, "Oh my God, what the hell?" It's because I had her up on the ceiling. I woke up, and I mean, she was great. But I bring it up, Scott, once again, is because she didn't tend to her asshole, and it got her. So I just wanted to bring that out.
So I've had it in my family. That's where the problem started. So what happened is my grandpa and my dad both had fissures and fistulas, gave them to me. So my son's future is fucked. He's going to get them. And then my daughter asked me the other day, does that mean I'm getting them? I said, I don't know if it crosses over to women having fissures and fistulas, but that's what created my having to have them every 3 years for colonoscopies, because usually you do it every 5 years, right? And I have to do it every 3, which sucks my dick. And then, today I got it done. So whatever today is, Christmas of 25, so Christmas of 28, I got to do this shit again. I dread it. Like, I got to tell you, the build up, the wait, to know that, like, because I knew on the 4th that I was having it on the 5th. So I knew the 4th was blow ass time. And then the 5th is easy. But the 4th is the worst. So 3 years from now, I'll dread the day before you have that done. The procedure itself is nothing. The last time I went in, they make you get naked, you get in the robe, you get on the, today, and I get on the gurney for the surgery, and the chick always says the same thing. You have a small dick. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Why do you have to bring that?
Yeah, I'm turtling. Come on, I'm nervous. I'm turtling here.
When I go to the hospital or at the gym,
your turn.
when I'm done working out, my cock is literally inside the shell, like so small that it literally looks like, have you seen Trump's cock on South Park? It's like the size of an acorn. That's what mine is.
Yeah.
I'm a grower, not a shower.
And that's fantastic, Scotty. You are a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. There's no question about it. Scotty, basketball. And once again, thanks for being on, because I just think about this, guys, for real. How many people go through surgery and 2 hours and 40 minutes later, they're doing a show? This is Pharrell. He's here for you. Pittsburgh against Baltimore, buddy. It's a big game for you.
I don't know. I heard him say basketball, but we're going to do football. Look,
we're doing football.
I think that something's wrong with Lamar Jackson's ankle again. And if Huntley goes in this game, I think the Steelers have a shot to cover. Now, look, it was 6.5. It's already 5.5.
5.5. Yep.
It's already
dropping.
5.5. So
yeah,
I think this game's going to be better than everybody else does. I have to tell you, I went to the Steeler-Bill game. It's the worst. I have to just say, the worst I've seen them look in years. They're terrible. The Steelers are terrible. They're terrible.
Yeah.
They're not,
and you were freezing.
They're terrible. The bottom line is that Baltimore should win this game and cover. That's the bottom line. They should win and cover, even with Snoop Huntley, because the Steelers fucking blow. They blow. Right. Their offense. Aaron Rodgers sucks cock. The Steelers have no offense. They have absolutely zero defense. They give up 30 points a week, come hell or high water. They're awful. They are done. And that's why people are talking about Tomlin being gone and all this other shit. I don't care what they do with Tomlin. I really don't.
Okay. Hey, good run.
I'm going to be honest.
Penn State.
Listen,
Penn State.
I'm being honest right now. I am seriously contemplating getting rid of my season tickets. I get it. All this money. I fly.
Fly.
I stay in hotels. I'm Ubers out the ass, meals out the
Juber.
ass. It's like a fucking $3,000 weekend every time I go, and they never fucking win, and they suck. And I'm like paying all this money to watch this shit, average, boring ass fucking team. Fuck Pittsburgh and that goddamn Steelers team. I can barely take it anymore. Now the thing is, I've had it in my family my whole life, right? And I'm thinking my son wants some. Meanwhile, my son lives in fucking San Diego. What the fuck does he need Steeler tickets
With
for?
beach chicks. He's with all hot
TV.
chicks.
You can go to any game anywhere with SeatGeek or whatever and get tickets to any football game anywhere, any day, easy. I can walk into the goddamn Super Bowl and buy a fucking ticket before the game. If you want to go to a game, you can go to any game. Season tickets are overrated.
Scotty, I'm with you. And by the way, your kid is in the land of gorgeous women and, fucking military boats and all this shit. I don't think he's coming home so quick. And I don't think he wants to fly into Pittsburgh and sit in the freezing fucking rain, sleet.
My dick off. I sat there the other day, nose gushing, freezing, fingers, toes. Fuck
Right.
that.
Yeah.
And
Would
they
you rather?
suck. Like they suck.
Yeah.
Their fans sit there and cheer and scream and yell and wave their fucking yellow towels. And all I know is they never fucking win.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Listen, we've got Seattle, a very good Seattle team, against Atlanta.
I think they're going to have sex with them.
I completely agree. It's a best bet for me, Scott. I absolutely love Seattle in that game. Tennessee at 1-11 versus Cleveland. Basically the rookie quarterback bowl. And does anybody care?
Well, I think people like watching Myles Garrett sack quarterbacks, and I think that's what he's going to do on Sunday. I like the Browns here to cover and win easily.
Fair enough. All right, we've got Miami, a resurgent Miami team against the New York Jets. They probably will keep it rolling there.
So the Jets have won 3 of 5, and I've hit on 3 of 5 betting on them. I'm going to go with the Jets again.
All right, I'm going to swing for everybody here. AI is all over Miami in that one. New Orleans
Miami
and
ain't gonna play in fucking 20-degree weather. They suck cock in cold weather. Give me the Jets.
There you go. New Orleans, I will see you soon. Tampa Bay, fucking, they can't play around with this one.
But look, remember one thing I told you 1,000 times. I'm very leery. Never lay 8.5 points in a divisional game. I don't give a fuck what the team's record is. So I think that's a sleeper sucker play at 8.5 with New Orleans.
Yeah, AI doesn't disagree. I can't give you an advantage either way because we're kind of parked right at 8 points. But I don't disagree with Pharrell.
Never play 8.5 in a divisional game against anybody in any division in the NFL.
Yeah, we've got Indianapolis, and they're trying to splice Danny Dimes' leg together with some kind of modern technology versus Jacksonville.
I think they're both so good. I really, my comment is weak right now because right now I'm on Jacksonville.
Got it. It's just I can't give you much help. Probably on the Colts, but I don't. I can't give you much help.
You know what I mean? Like my mood could change by Sunday.
Yeah, I'm with you. Washington against Minnesota.
I like the Vikings at home. They got to have one good game, right?
Scott, that quarterback worries me. I wouldn't bet on him to get out of bed without breaking an ankle. All right, we've got Cincinnati versus Buffalo.
I like the Bengals to cover. I do too. Not only that, I like the Bengals to upset the Bills in Orchard Park outright.
Wow, I wonder what that money line is. Wow.
I'll tell you what that fucking money line is right now.
All right, well, you're doing
it's
it.
I'm 220. It's really not that high.
Yeah. Denver versus Las Vegas.
Please.
Yeah. But, 7.5
that's
points.
It's a divisional game, and it's not 8.5. It's 7.5. I'll take my chances.
I agree.
Denver sucks. Pete Carroll's done a great job. I think they should give him a raise.
Yeah. Chicago
versus times I wouldn't hire an 80-year-old to fucking drive me to the store.
I get it, bro. All right, we've got Chicago against Green Bay.
I like the Bears to win outright at Lambeau and beat the Packers.
Really?
Yeah, and then that's today. But here's another one, plus 258. And I'll tell you what, at worst, I got to be honest. I'd rather take the 6.5 than count on him to win. I like Caleb Williams to cover. And look, you've already seen they beat Philadelphia at the Link, so they're not afraid. I think it's harder to win there, in my opinion, than to win at Lambeau Field. I know the Bears have won at Lambeau Field before. I've been, I grew up going to Bears games. So
hang on. Everybody, hold for 1 second. Scott, hold. Oh. Hang on. I'll be right back for real. Oh, my God.
That is fantastic. I think that he may have.
Oh my God.
You can hear him. I think he may have shit his pants.
Oh my God.
I think it's that's just fantastic. You know what's funny is that listen, you can hear him. Oh, you can hear him.
Oh.
You can hear him. It's funny, we've been talking about my ass and my colonoscopies and my stomach viruses and diarrheas. And, I've gone 19 times on Tuesday, 16 times on Thursday.
Oh.
Listen to him.
Jesus. Oh. What the hell? Ah.
See? I hope he got my virus.
Oh, man.
Don't tell him I said so.
Oh.
Listen to him. It's like he's getting blown or something.
No, not blown. Not blown. Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh,
That is fantastic. Mine would have been way better, though. You would have actually been able to hear the spraying of the diarrhea and also the farting. You would have heard it.
Oh, I need a towel to wipe.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's bad.
Maybe we should send him some of those man diapers.
Oh, it's bad, Scotty. Real bad.
I think this is an excellent part of the show. I think that people find this entertaining, to be honest. I really do.
I'm sweating.
I think that is just fantastic.
Oh. All right, I'm coming.
He's coming back here, so, we were... Oh, my God. I don't know if he's going to be able to recover from that. Right in the middle of the show, he had to yam up.
Oh.
There are two other games that we're going to end up talking about. The Rams in Arizona and Houston and Kansas City. Oh, God, look at him. Oh. You all right?
Not really.
Oh, God.
No. I'm sweating, like literally.
Sweat.
Scott.
Yeah.
I'm all right. Scott, that hurt, partner.
I believe it.
I made so much fun of you, I thought I was actually in the Deadpool there for a second.
It sucked you right in.
I shouldn't have said nothing. I'm sorry. I take everything back I said about you, buddy. I'm sorry. Whew. I'm hurt.
You got Rams, Arizona in the desert, and I think they're
I don't
awful.
care. My asshole's killing me. All right.
You
Go
don't
ahead.
seriously think they can cover? Here's another divisional game in 8.5. Can Arizona cover 8.5 against the Rams? Rams didn't cover last week.
That's true. That's true. If I had a bet here, once again, I can't give you much help. I'm on the Rams, but I don't like it. I don't like it, Scott. I really don't.
Yeah, I really don't have anything to say about it right now at this point. Right now, to me, it's still Rams.
Yeah, I'm with the Rams. I actually think if I was going to jump in here, Scotty, I would take the under.
Yeah, not me.
Yeah. Okay. Houston versus Kansas City.
I'll take the under here more than anything else. I like Houston and the under.
You like Houston?
I like Houston 3.5 and the under, and I like the under more than I like the 3.5. But I like both.
Got it.
I think Houston will give Mahomes fits and nightmares all night long, even at Arrowhead, even in the cold. That defense travels. That's the best defense in the NFL. They rush 4. They have 7 back, waiting to just fuck with you, and no one gets open. No one's open. So he's gonna throw picks, and he's gonna get fucking roughed up in this football game, and their season will end right here.
Wow. So you think this is really truly sort of the end of the dynasty?
The end.
Wow. All right. I mean, listen, it's hard to disagree, but it's hard to disagree. They haven't played well this year.
I'm telling you.
All right, Scotty, I can run you down some basketball games. It's up to you. I would be happy to run some pro action for you for Sunday here. We've got Orlando and New York. Any thoughts on that one, bud?
I mean,
Big
I
game.
think the Knicks will find a way. I wouldn't be surprised the Magic cover.
Right. I'm going to take Toronto and Boston in Toronto. I like Toronto in this one.
I like Toronto at Scotiabank. They've been playing really well. In fact, here's another team that's been playing better than the Knicks, the Raptors.
Yeah, they have. I mean, the Knicks took the Raptors out. RJ didn't play. Portland versus Memphis.
That's just such an awful game. No,
I know. I actually don't. I don't hate watching Portland, Scott. The Denny Avdija, the Jew from Israel.
All right,
he's not bad.
Let's take them then.
Yeah. All right. Denver versus Charlotte. I think we know the
Denver.
answer. Charlotte on another bender. Hey, Scott, have you had a chance to watch the kid Concanapple from Charlotte?
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I thought he was just a 3-point shooter. Guy's got game. He's got legit handle. He's good.
He can shoot, and he's got size. I think for a white boy, he can play for sure. He's a good pick, and he's been a good player so far. He just plays on a shitty team.
Terrible team, and they they can't get it right. By the way, if what's his face? The douchebag point guard who can never stay healthy. Right. So here's the thing. He takes 3-pointers now, like off of 1 foot. He kind of just comes up and takes them off 1 foot. He's a fucking clown. I can't watch him anymore.
He still gave the Knicks problems when he had the ball and scored.
Yeah,
How about when he went right down Broadway and had that layup? Like no one touched him. I like the Cubs over the Bulls in Chicago on Sunday. And I actually like the Lakers over the Sixers in Philadelphia. And obviously Oak City I like in Utah. They don't lose to anybody.
Yeah, fair enough. I agree with you on that. Scott, this Oak City team, just talk about it for 1 second. I've been watching basketball like you my entire life, and so I can put a full 50 piece of basketball watching. They're as good as a team I've seen early in the season, for a long fucking time. I remember watching Golden State, about 6, 7, 8 years ago, and I'm thinking, man, who can take them down? But this fucking team, Scott, they've got everything they need to go on a long fucking run, and they're young as shit. They're just incredible, bro.
I like Kansas over Missouri Sunday.
Fair enough.
In College Rack laying 2.5 at home. I like Alabama over Texas San Antonio. I'm just looking at anything that matters. I like Texas Tech over LSU in College Rack on Sunday. I like North Carolina over Georgetown. I like Creighton over Nebraska. And I like Gonzaga over North Florida. Certainly they're going to beat the shit out of them. And real quick, Colorado over Philly, the Avs over the Flyers in Philadelphia. I like Carolina at home over San Jose. Florida over the Islanders. Dallas over the Penguins in Dallas. Montreal over St. Louis at the Bell Center. I like the Rangers to beat the Vegas Knights at the Garden Sunday night on NHL Network. And then I like the Caps over Columbus in D.C., and I'll go Ducks on the pond over the Blackhawks. That's everything, baby.
I love it. Hey, Scotty, if you were me, would you leave what I just did? I flushed, but would you leave the remnant for the housekeeper on Monday, or would you go in and clean up?
Well, 34C makes me clean and bleach the toilets that I've been spraying ass in over the last couple of days, Tuesday and Thursday, with my different maladies. So she makes me clean the toilets with bleach. And the toilet seats, because my wife and daughter don't want to be anywhere near my shart spray.
I get it. All right, I'll clean. I'll talk to you later.
And when I shit, they make me spray and leave the fan on for 5 minutes. I don't just leave the bathroom and turn the light off and let it smell. I have to spray and leave the fan on for 5, come back 5 minutes later and turn off the light.
My kids gave me this thing like pooperia or something. It said just one drop in the toilet and it won't stink.
It doesn't.
Guess what? It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Doesn't
and then
work.
the one,
doesn't
I know that the one spray stuff, this little, ass poop spray stuff.
Poopa Loopa.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It's terrible. I gotta go. I gotta go clean the toilet.
All right.